she's not realizing the category she's in because she's allowing her education to blind her from realizing that she's not qualified for the kind of men she wants.
I said what I said.
I'm a PhD.
All right, y'all, let's watch some Ashley. Some Ashley and her makeup. So this one said, she's 28, a doctor, and can't find a high value man. Interesting. Let's take a
Can you see me now? There we go.
Hi, Dr. J. Welcome in.
Excuse the roller. I'm getting ready for work tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right. What brings you up tonight?
So my name is Jasmine. I'm 28. I just turned 28. And I feel like I'm having a hard time getting to know people. Just kind of like dating has been really difficult. I have been in school for like a long time. So I feel as though that's been kind of one of the barriers to where I kind of put dating on the back burner. But now that I'm getting ready to like graduate from residency and start practicing on my own, I want to start dating and like getting to know people and having those, fostering those relationships. And my mom, she's like, you need to give me some grandchildren. I'm like, girl, we have to find somebody first, or we have to be found first, actually.
Absolutely. And who's approaching you now? Are there guys approaching you?
There are men that are, so I am on Hinge. I know, I'm guilty. I am on Hinge. And I just get so like fed up with dating apps because I feel as though the men that approach me either they'll say like, oh, like, what do you do? And I'm really hesitant to disclose like what my career is because I feel as though it kind of turns some people away. And then everybody, y'all in the comments saying get some money at the hospital. Everybody is booed up, married, engaged.
Listen, so she's 28. She spent majority of her time focusing on school and not little to no time focusing on developing the skills it takes to be in a relationship with the kind of man that she's looking for. So unfortunately, at 28, it's a little bit too late to develop those skills. And I wouldn't say, let me take that back. I wouldn't say it's too late, but she far gone, right? At 28, you focus so much, as I've said in previous video, if you spend majority of your time being alone, you will become an expert at being alone. And then these women who put relationships on the back burner, myself included, I'm throwing myself under the bus. In our 20s, we put relationships on a back burner, and then we're approaching the 30s and we think we're just going to be good at something we did not practice. We did not learn. We're going to be good at a skill that we did not, like if we think about it like that.
I'm about to say they're probably already married, engaged, or trying to get a side piece at the hospital.
And
Exactly.
also, pros. She seems like a sweet person, but we all don't know. We all can tell what needs to be done in order for her to compete for the kind of men that she wants. But let's hear what Ashley is gonna say.
I don't be nobody's side piece, no. So it's just been like really frustrating, but I am moving soon. I'm like looking for jobs, been applying across the country. I'm in California now. And so it's just been kind of difficult. I mean, like I go out, like I like to, despite the fact that I'm busy, I try to make time for myself. I like to listen to live music. I go to poetry events. My best friend, I just dropped her off at the airport not too long ago. She came in town. She's a pharmacist as well. And so like we, like had a great weekend. We went to Napa, like had a great time.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just been really difficult.
And
like
what
making
have
those
you been doing?
relationships.
And she going to poetry, she going to these events. What have you been doing to become qualified for the kind of man you want? Again, she's continuing to dig the same hole of being alone, building relationships with her friend, creating memories with her friend. Okay. Can you bring that to the dating market? Can you put that on your dating resume? If you tell a guy like, oh yeah, I went wine tasting with a friend, is he going to be impressed? Is that a wife skills? No.
No.
With people. So
And who are you attracting? Like, what type of men are you attracting outside of work?
I'd say outside of work, more older. Like I'd say mid 30s, early 30s. I'm okay with early 30s, early to mid 30s. I think that's okay. Because that frontal lobe needs to be fully developed. I'd say men that have more like stability in some regard, but then there have been others where they're still trying to like figure things out. And I feel like I've done my time. Like I, have my career and I'm not trying to like help anyone get through theirs respectfully.
That's your
like
issue.
I just don't.
That's her issue. She is turning down the men who are still trying to figure things out because she's comparing her achievements to the guy's achievement, when you cannot enter the dating market thinking that just because you can provide for yourself, then a man is going to be impressed by that. She's obviously still needing to work on her stuff. It's equivalent. A man who is still working on his ability to provide is equivalent to a woman who is still working on her appearance to be as fit as possible. She's not realizing the category she's in because she's allowing her education to blind her from realizing that she's not qualified for the kind of men she wants.
I think that's my job.
So do you feel like you attract a lot of guys who want you to build with them?
Yeah. And I've already given, like, I've done my sacrifice. This is my 10th year of training, so I think I'm ready to, like, enjoy
She
now.
has not. You have not done your sacrifice. That is the issue.
Can I see your look, Dr. J? Because sometimes even the way we put ourselves together, how we present, can pull in that certain type of guy.
Come on, Ashley. You can see from her neck size.
So this was just what I had on running around
Look
today.
at her jawline.
To get with my friend before taking her to the airport.
And as I said, she seemed like a sweet person. But come on.
That's cute.
Yeah, and I had on like some sandals, and then I had like shades on, and I had my little bag like just carried, on my shoulder.
Come on now.
That's like what I like to wear like in the summertime. I mean, in the hospital, of course, I'm in scrubs.
Her clothing is not.
I went to Napa yesterday, and I wore like a really nice dress and heels, so it was fun. But like it's hard.
Okay, and do you change up your hair often? Is this your natural hair?
This is my natural hair. I normally do boho braids, knotless braids, or silk press. I feel like that's like my go-to.
Can we go longer, like a kinky straight clip-ins? So you can leave your hair out, but it can be kinky straight, longer hair.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And are we also working on our weight, Dr. J?
That is something that I am working on, yes. I started working out more regularly when I moved here. Still not as consistent because residency is very demanding, but it's something
y'all, please leave it in the chat if you understand my logic. She is turning down men who are working on themselves because she's expecting a man to come to the relationship already able to provide. What she values is a man who can provide. Now, what men value is a woman who fit. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, fit, feminine, friendly. Right? Let's emphasize the fit because she does seem friendly. She does seem, based on the video, she does seem a little, nice, feminine, we can say. The fit aspect of it, though, she's still working on that. So now, if you are still working on what men value, why don't you lower your standard, humble yourself a bit, and accept a man who is still working on what you value, and both of y'all can work on becoming the best version of yourself when y'all already you bring to the relationship. But these women who are still working on themselves or still need to work on themselves are turning down men who are still working on themselves. Like, make it make sense. No. Because you're not qualified for a man who is already at the level that you want. So work with a man who you're qualified for. Y'all understanding my logic there? Please leave it in the chat if you're understanding my logic. Because sometimes I feel like, I
look forward to being more like adamant about once I graduate in these next 25 days. So, yeah.
Yes. I really want you, if you can, we're going to change up our hair. And I want you to work on your weight a bit. I think everything else is going for you. Not saying you don't look good as you are.
Stop the cap. You
don't have to change for a man. Let me preface that. But for what you're looking for and what you spoke about, you told me, Ash, I keep attracting men who want to build with me. They coming to me like, hey, I'm starting from scratch. Can you help me create it? No, you've worked too hard. You've come too far. So I say try it out. I always tell the girls, lose a little weight. If you don't like it, you can always gain it back.
Wow. You see, Ashley is doing her a huge disservice. I can rock with Ashley sometimes. I can overlook her makeup and stuff, but sometimes we need a Kevin Samuels. This young lady needs a Kevin Samuels. She needs a harsh truth. When Ashley talking about not saying you don't look good, or if you lose it, you can always gain it back. Ashley trying to soften the blow. She's trying to be too soft to her. She needs the harsh truth. She needs to hear that she's not qualified for the kind of man she wants. Not saying she can never become qualified, because if she go in the gym and lose her double chin, she will.
See it, But I think it helps to attract a different type of guy, different group of friends. So try it out. Even doing a little bit of makeup. You don't got to be beat down to the ground.
I do like to wear my makeup. I don't have any on now just because I've worn makeup all weekend. I'm giving my skin a break. But I do like to the skin tint. I've been liking the Danessa Meyer skin tint where it's still kind of full-ish coverage. Kind of helps with my hyperpigmentation. Put a little blush on, a little mascara, eyebrow gel, stay with the lip gloss
she
on.
Seems like a sweet girl.
Even when you're giving yourself a break, you can still do mascara. You can do blush and lip.
Okay.
With the cute outfit you have on.
Okay,
You can
I'm
still
gonna
do
take that into
that.
consideration. I'll join again in a few months with hopefully an update for you.
Please do, Dr. J. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much. Have a
You're
blessed
welcome,
one.
beautiful. Have a good one. Yeah,
Listen, she
very.
will never become qualified for the kind of man she wants if she doesn't realize that right now she's not qualified. We can't continue to walk around thinking that we are above average when we are not. Because if you think you're above average, then you leave little to no room for improvement. She's turning down men who are not where they're at, where she wants them to be. Meanwhile, she's not where men wants her to be. Like, to me, it's beyond me. And if Ashley was to tell her the honest truth, and let her know, hey, this is the reason, this is why, she would see more results. But they want to soften the blow,
Accomplished. She's got it going. But sometimes I think, and I will say this, I don't know what it is. I'm not saying it's the case for everyone. It's not a one size fits all shoe. But when we're curvier, or when we're thicker, or when we're plus size, when we're curvier, when we're thicker, or we're plus size, we always attract men who want to build. I don't know why that is. I'm not saying that goes for everyone, because there are exceptions. I don't know everyone in the world. I don't. Okay? Please spare me. But I'm just saying, for some reason, that is the case typically. This goes for
that's the
any
kind of
race.
guy you match.
Any race. Oh, okay. You still gonna watch anyway? Please.
Because those are the kind of guy you match with. Those are the kind of guy you're compatible with. A guy who wants to build is compatible with a woman who is overweight. And when I say build, I mean a man who's looking for somebody to depend on. Because a man who's looking for somebody to depend on will always go for a woman who is overweight, because they're in the same category. What men value, she's lacking. What women value, he's lacking. They're in the same category. The caller merged the two. She's thinking what she's bringing to the table because she values those skills. She values her education. She values her ability to provide. She values her title of being a doctor. She values those things in a man. So she's thinking that a man should value those things when men don't. So she's coming to the table overweight with these things, wondering why she's getting the kind of men she's getting. And Ashley's like, oh, I don't know why. Come on now.
Like, oh, okay. You gonna watch regardless. So hush. They think of you as their mom. That's a great way to think about it. That's a great way to think about it. It gives mother energy, maybe auntie energy. Maybe it does like comfort. Again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong being curvy, having weight on you. I ain't saying that. Oh. A nurturing environment. Thank you, Shari. It gives nurturing. Yes, nurturing.
There's nothing wrong with you being curvy. Have the weight on you. Sure, have the weight on you. Embrace your curviness. Embrace your double chin. Can able to see your neck? Okay, girl, good. Your arm fat. Embrace it. However, know that doesn't make you qualified for the kind of man you want. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have both. You can't be overweight and then thinking you're gonna get the kind of man, the high value man that these women be wanting. You're not gonna be able to get both. You're going to have to choose one. Opportunity cost, right? You're going to have to choose one. And as I said, sometimes I can rock with what Ashley says. Sometimes I rock with her advice. I can stomach Ashley more than I stomach Kendra G, for definitely sure. As I say, I look past the makeup and just listen to what she has to say. But she's not providing the honest truth for the sake of being liked. And for the sake of being liked, because that could only be it. Because if you start telling these women the honest truth, they're gonna talk about, oh, your tone, they're gonna talk about your bashing, oh, your male identify, your pick me, you're saying all these things to get validation, when it's like, or maybe I'm just saying the truth. If you can't handle the truth, then that's a personal problem. You can't be up here talking about, oh, you want a kind of man though, and you can't handle the simple truth. Get triggered if you must. But
I said what I said.
big up yourself. It is your girl Chantel, and this is why men are choosing to go overseas, right? They're getting to the chopper because women overseas prioritize their health, they prioritize their physique. They understand that men want their woman fit, feminine, and friendly, so they're going to do everything in their power to become fit, feminine, and friendly. Women in the West were like, oh, take me as I am, embrace me as I am, oh ho ho, and the juice is just not worth the squeeze.
The ghetto.
Y'all, go watch the video that pop up on the screen next. Just another example of why men are...
Get to the chopper!
Cause them gal ya...
Them gal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them gal ya wicked, them wicked, them wicked.
I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.